those little squiggly worms, those disgusting things. Ew, no matter what you call them, most of us don't want them and are trying to get rid of them. So I'm hoping that today's remedies will help you find a way to cope with yours and also lighten the appearance of your stretch marks. So I use my baking soda paste from everything to my teeth, to my face, to my body. So I'm going to show you how to make the paste and how simple it is. Take about a half a cup to a full cup of baking soda based on how much paste you'll need. Water, usually a half a cup will do. Go ahead and put that into your little container and mix that in with the water. I usually start with the baking soda first because it's heavy and it's going to settle anyway, and it's going to be better in creating your paste. After that, I utilize a fork to mix it. Why a fork? Because it helps you get the paste as fine as possible and as mixed as possible. If needed, add in more baking soda. I usually overestimate my water, so I usually have to get a little bit more baking soda. Remember, the chunkier your paste, the better it will stick. And that's what it should look like when you're done. You can apply this paste to the affected area on your body, rubbing in a circular motion. Really simple, right? If it gets a little dry, just add a little water to your hands and that'll help it glide a little bit better. But it should feel just a little bit rough, but not too rough to where it's tearing your skin or causing open abrasions. Just continue to rub that on. And you can also try with rubbing the skin upward. I also reach for my Clarisonic Araya, which I use to move the skin in a circular motion. This is called body brushing. You can do this in the bathtub, you can do it in the shower, and you can do it with a mere baby brush. You don't have to have a Clarisonic to do this. Just rub the body upward and it works magically. After that, your skin will feel smooth, and then you can move on to step 2, which I'm showing you now. That's going to be mixing your sweet almond oil, your jojoba oil, a little bit of tea tree oil, and castor oil as something to oil rub the body. Now, some people just call it applying oil, but after you've done all this exfoliating and moving things around, I like to call it an oil rub, and so do many people when you do a little research on it. I like to do equal parts of each oil for the rub. So first, I start with my sweet almond oil. You don't have to be too scientific with this, just make sure that you're doing about equal parts of each oil. Then I move into the castor oil. Castor oil is very thick, so be wary when you're pouring it in because it can actually look like just a little is coming out, but because it's so thick, it ends up being even more than what you bargained for. So just be careful with that one. Next, I move on to my jojoba oil. Now, we all know that there's several healing properties to jojoba oil, and it's most like the oil that the skin and the hair produce anyway. So I put that in there as well. I then end with just a little bit of tea tree oil. You do not need much at all. First of all, tea tree oil can burn if you have too much, so just a little should do. So then I take water that's been heated. Don't put this into boiling water. Just water that's been heated, and let the bottle sit in there just to warm. Don't use the microwave because it eliminates the nutrients from your oil mixture. Also, I just put a little bit of coating on my fingers and dab that onto the affected area of the body and rub the skin in a circular motion and then upward. Why am I rubbing upward? Because that helps to tighten the skin. When you rub down, you're actually pulling against the skin's elasticity, and that's the last thing you want, especially when you're trying to eliminate stretch marks. So after that, your skin feels pretty soft, and this is a simple thing to do at home. Now, other than laser resurfacing, exfoliation, microdermabrasion, creams and lotions, chemical peels, surgery, all of those things we all know about that are out there to help with this whole getting rid of stretch marks, there are several home remedies that are out there that I'm sure you all can utilize. Number 1 is, you guessed it, water. Water is amazing. Drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water hydrates your skin from the inside out, which is the best hydration you can ever ask for. Next is aloe vera. Aloe vera gel is awesome. It can be found in stores, or you can make it yourself or get it from an aloe plant. This is wonderful for tightening the skin and the overall elasticity of the skin. Also, sugar rubs. Sugar rubs are awesome because they are good for exfoliating. Add 1 teaspoon of raw sugar, a little bit of almond oil, and a few lemon juice drops, and this will help your skin through exfoliating at home. And it's simple and it's cheap. The next thing is lemon juice. We know that lemon juice has several healing properties, but it is amazing for removal of scars and scarred tissue. Just rub a little bit over the skin in affected area. Cocoa butter is amazing. Cocoa butter lotions are good, but it's probably best to get as pure cocoa butter as you possibly can to rub on the skin. Also, egg whites. You can just whip the egg whites with a fork, apply them to the affected area with a makeup brush, allow it to dry, rinse it with cold water, and follow with olive oil. Also, castor oil. Castor oil is deep, thick, and rich. It's wonderful for healing the skin, helping it to be re-moisturized and resurfacing the skin. Olive oil has several healing nutrients and properties such as vitamin E, vitamin D, all those wonderful things that aid in skin's resurfacing. Also, potato juice. Really, potato juice. Just cut a medium potato in half, rub it on the skin for several minutes, let it dry, rinse it with lukewarm water, and then just get that all off later on, and over time you will see the lightening of your stretch marks. I sure hope that this has been helpful. Thanks for listening, guys. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.